Hello, this is r-i-c-k-y, the Android guy. Hey guys, today we are bringing a favorite video, and that is 10 hidden features of the Galaxy Note 4. Now, for these videos, we are going to divide into two different ways of viewing for your pleasure. The traditional 10 ways right in a row, and then you can also see them each feature in its own separate video. So choose which way you want to see and prepare to see all of the hidden features of the Galaxy Note 4. Please give a like, thumbs up if you like any of these features. Let's get started. One very unique feature of the Note 4 that I haven't really caught my attention on any other device is sharing your Wi-Fi. Now, what I mean by this is your Wi-Fi profile. So what this does is it allows you to share a Wi-Fi connection that you have saved and share it with a friend or family member that you might not want to give access to at all times. So say if I want to share my Wi-Fi at home, well, I would just tap this one and I could share it for 6 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, or no time limit. This just basically gives the password over to the person without them having to ever enter it in. Very nice, simple, and easy way to share your Wi-Fi connection without actually sharing your Wi-Fi connection, or to limit them if you don't want them to permanently know it. Might be a good tool for parents as well. Now, when you select your amount of time, you can then connect through a device through Wi-Fi Direct. So as long as the other device has Wi-Fi Direct, which is pretty much any Android device within the past 2 years, you can then share it with that other device. So this would be compatible with all of these other devices, but it's just a really nice way of sharing some information that you wouldn't normally be able to share with other devices, and keeping your Wi-Fi connection private. A great hidden features with the Note 4 comes from the S Pen. That's right, this offers a lot of features like a mouse. And like a mouse, this can do one really nice and simple thing, which is called link preview. Link preview comes from hovering your pen over a link that you're not really sure if you should see. So when I sent my friend a link of a t-shirt, and he's not sure if he should see it, maybe with his girlfriend or with a friend, it just might not be the right time. He can actually just hover the pen quickly over and see what it's about. It'll give you a picture, if there is a picture in the link, and it'll tell you the topic as well as brief information on it that is available. So this is a really nice feature that allows you to, again, use the pen as a mouse, and just really finally lets you feel free to see what a link is about before not being bamboozled, rather, if you pick the wrong one and it might not be a link you want to click. Now you can just find out thanks to the S Pen and the hidden feature of link preview. Now for the next feature, a great hidden feature is coming from the S5, and that is quick shortcuts on your keyboard. Now, my shortcuts is in language and input, then under the Samsung keyboard, and then under my hotkeys. My hotkeys allow you to type with just one holding of a word to get something you really might want to say quickly. So, for instance, you can program something to say, I love you, baby, or YOLO, or R-I-C-K-Y, the Android guy. So, when and how do we do this? Well, when you have your keyboard up, you simply hold one down. So that would be YOLO, that would be I love you, baby, and that would be R-I-C-K-Y, the Android guy, and on YouTube. So these can be very useful. I personally love it for contact information. So for my job, I have 1 be my first and last name, 2 be my telephone number, 2 be my job title, 3 be my email address, and 4 be my telephone number. It's a great way of being able to quickly give your information out without needing to input the same thing every time. I find these very useful, and as you can see, of course, you have 10 of them that you can program because you have 10 numbers. So this can be very, very useful, and it's one of the main reasons why I do keep the Samsung keyboard out for most of the time, because I love my shortcuts. A rather peculiar hidden feature on the Note 4 comes from the accessibility section. In here, under the hearing category, we see different types of sound detectors. Now, the S5 was one of the famous ones that had a baby crying detector. If you would leave your phone where your baby was and are going around the house, your watch will actually tell you when your baby is crying, and that way you would be alerted on your watch and then go to it. Well, now there's another detector that is very interesting, and that is the doorbell detector. So for the doorbell detector, it will, once turned on, allow you to hear the doorbell. And this is a way, again, that if you leave it in your house, and it's more likely that you don't really need your phone at that time, you can just leave it by the front door, possibly charging, and then it would allow you to hear the doorbell and very easily be able to hear it and then go to it. So I have OK Google on, which you cannot use at the same time. So if you do this, you will disable the OK Google ability to say it from any screen and activate. So that is important to note, but it's just a really nice feature that you have that you can do for this. And again, it's just a peculiar hidden feature on the Galaxy Note 4. One of the most unknown, perhaps, hidden features of the Note 4 comes from having a black and white phone. How do you do this? Well, it's just a setting in power saving mode, but not only will this save you battery, but it does it without the cost of any speed of your phone, as well as pretty much anything but color. So if you are a person that maybe doesn't watch a lot of movies or view photos, grayscale would be fine for you. Now, how you activate this is in power saving. So you would hold down the power saving button, turn this on. Normally, these two would be on as well, as it's activating now. And what this will do is basically disable everything that's running in the background. And you can restrict performance as well. So with restricting performance, it slows down your processor, turns your screen output off, so your brightness is decreased, just everything happens. And as you can see, just even in pushing back, it took a while to do. So this can all happen if you want these all to be on. It drains much less when you have these features on, but is it really worth it to you? Well, this is going to be a difference. So I prefer simply to just have on grayscale. And for this ability, it allows me to run my phone with all of the background information that I typically would, as well as running at top performance without enabling all of these features. So this way, really all that it will do is turn your phone into grayscale mode. And that's it. Everything else, the pixels per inch are the same. Everything is the same, with the exception of color being gone and it being grayscale. A really useful hidden feature on the Note 4 is something new with the multi-window. So for those of you who don't know, on Samsung for the past couple of years, you've been able to open two apps at the same time in a split screen fashion. One app being on top, one app being on the bottom. And you do this by holding down the back button and then bringing all of the apps that can be put into split screen. So you can have Maps at the same time as YouTube. Very simple and easy. But they added a new feature which allows you to open up an app in what's called a pop-up window. So if I want to open up a calculator, I can just open it up very easily in a pop-up window. Very simple and easy, and then you even have an icon that floats around. But what about an app like Camera, which normally comes in full screen, or an app in general? Say if I were to open YouTube as normal, it would have my full screen. But what you can do now, it's a hidden feature, is to hold down the app in the multi-screen button, and then you will open it up in a pop-up app instead. And you can do this with all of your apps, even if they normally come in the other way. So if I wanted to hold down Camera, now I have a pop-up Camera, which is really, really great and my favorite one for quick access. So that if I am, per se, have a bunch of these open and I'm playing a game, I could have these open on the side and then either close them from right here, or if I wanted to, I could quickly take a picture of something like, oh my god, that's hilarious, I need to take a picture of that. Just open it up the camera on top of what I'm doing and then take the photo. Very simple, easy, minimize it, and go back to my game. Just that simple and just that easy with the new pop-up feature. Another feature that's hard to find on Samsung is a feature that's been around for a little bit, but it's still very hidden and most people don't know about it. And that comes from the accessibility menu, and then here. From here we go into assistant menu. What assistant menu allows you to do is use everything one-handed that you normally wouldn't be able to get to the other side. Now this is different from the flat-out one-handed mode that I have a video on and have explained. But for this one, this is a really great feature because you can go between multi-screen, you can hit your notification shade right there, you can swipe it up, you can go back to it and do a bunch of things. Lock the screen, hit the menu button on whatever app you're on, change the volume right from here. And as you can see, all of these are very, very useful to be able to do quickly, which is nice. You can screen capture, you can go into settings, you can go into device options, you can magnify and zoom in. These are all just really nice features that you have the ability to do very simply and easily. Really great for a lot of people that just want more quick access to certain features and abilities that this provides. You can also edit them, which will allow you to reorder them and take away things and even add more things. So this is just a great feature for those people that really want to use the phone more one-handed and have access to everything they need to very simple and very quickly. The Galaxy Note 4, one of my favorite hidden features, is still something that most people don't know about but love when they find out about it, and that is filming with smooth motion. So if you go into the settings section and hit this little 3 dots, you will actually see the different type of recording modes you can do. Now for quick access, you can simply grab it as I did and bring it to the side. But when you tap this one, you can of course do limited text message, slow motion for dramatic effect, or fast motion for comical effect. But the best video quality by far comes from smooth motion. Smooth motion films at 1080p at 120 frames per second. What this does is it really makes the video stand out, but it's not something like slow motion. It actually does a much better job and a better quality for a regular video. An example of this is something I downloaded a year ago with the Note 3 that still shows a very great quality.
This is a sample of Samsung Smooth Motion Video. This is recording at 1080p at 60 frames per second.
On the Note 4, it's even better because you have that stabilization that wasn't available on the Note 3. It is just really something to behold, and every time you record in this kind of quality, everyone has such a wow factor that it stands out. So if you want to film in the best quality, make sure to record in smooth motion on your Galaxy Note 4. A hidden feature with the camera is the fact that you can download more modes and filters to just add a better effect for different types of situations. Now, when you first go into the modes, this is all you see. Most people will probably never go past even panorama. However, you do have more starting off. So originally you have virtual tour and dual camera that are both turned off, and all you have is simply a very basic feature set. However, you can download new ones. The main ones I would recommend downloading are sports shots if you're taking photos of kids or pets, and food shot to get those really wow factor for your food shots. So all those Instagrammers out there, you're going to want to download that. And once you do, you can select which ones you typically use and the ones that you want to leave on, and the other ones you can of course leave off. But this is a really nice feature, and it just adds a lot to your photos. Food shot, for instance, you can even change the temperature, the size of it. If you want to get it ready for Instagram, you can do a 1:1 photo right away. You can even change the temperature of just how the photo will look and how vibrant you really want it. That's not all though. You can also add filters to it. So you can hit the filter icon and see them live on display, which is really nice of course, but the even nicer part is that you can manage them and take off the ones you don't use, and download a plethora of new ones. Things such as night vision, one of my favorites, symmetry, and just the list is really long, and it's just nice that you can download lots and lots of filters for all of you photo takers out there. A great hidden feature on the Note comes again from the S Pen. The S Pen allows you to do something that has become very useful, especially when talking to certain friends that use words that sometimes I just don't understand. That is, with the pen, you can hold down the one button and then highlight a word. Once you highlight that word, you can immediately define that word. So I don't know what this word means, so I'm just going to define it. You can even actually translate it, which is also very nice. So if it's in another language that you don't know, or if you're practicing a language and you want to say, hey, how do I say this phrase or this word in Spanish or in German, you can simply translate it right on the fly. Once you actually use this, it'll actually allow you to download the full app. So you can manage dictionaries and download more so that you can have lots of different languages. And you can actually see a more detailed word as well. So there was one word that actually this got stumped by, and it was too good. And this dictionary didn't find any matches. However, the nice part is, because this is connected to Google, that even if this happens to you, you can just search the web and it will define it right away. So it's really quick and very easy to do, but it's just a nice feature that you have with the S Pen, that you can highlight a word quickly and more easily than just holding it down with your finger. And not only can you define it, but you can actually even translate it. It's a really good feature, and I definitely like it, and one of the main reasons why I use my S Pen.